So I haven't spoken about San Diego FC for a bit now, and things have been going well, man. We're top of the West. We're killing it. In fact, guys, I made a tweet, and San Diego FC themselves liked that tweet. If you don't believe me, I have the receipts. In fact, let me just pull it up for you guys since you don't believe me and you think I'm a lying, cheating rat that crawled out the sewer from the back ass of nowhere. Here it is. I tweeted top of the West, and San Diego FC liked my tweet. So you guys, it's been great. And San Diego FC, they come back home. Well, actually, we had a game 2 weeks ago at home to Houston Dynamo, and we lost 4-3. And you know what? I chalked that up to unlucky. We go away from home. We beat Chicago Fire 2-1. Anders Dreyer, 2 goals. Chucky Lozano assisting both goals. And we come back at home, and you're thinking we're going to have a big boy performance. This is going to be a week where we have 2 home games, one against Toronto, who are trash, 12th in the East. They are utter, they are shit. Toronto is shit. They're not a good team. They're an awful team. And we're going to play Vancouver again at home on Saturday. It's going to be a great week. We pull up to this game at home Wednesday night, 7:30. I'm out there, middle of the week. 22,000 attendance in the end, 22,514 as you see at the top of your screen. And it was an awful performance. This was, I won't say it was the worst. I think this is probably our 3rd worst performance this season. Now, it would be fair to say this is probably the game I was like the most angry at, because it just seems like every time this San Diego team builds up some great momentum, we have a hiccup. We have a stupid garbage performance. It's not that we lost this game. You guys, if we lost this game 1-0 and we played an unbelievable game and we were just unlucky, fair. I would be happy. I would sit here and say, you know what? It is what it is. But we're trying to gain momentum, especially as the season is coming towards the end in the next couple months and we go into playoffs. And we show up out of nowhere and drop a disaster class like this. Now, why is this worrying? Because we're going to make the playoffs, right? It's 1,000% confirmed we're going to be in the playoffs in our first season ever. What happens if we go to the playoffs, guys, and we show up and say we're on great form, we end the league season on great form, and we show up to that first game in playoffs and we have just a shit performance like this out of nowhere in the playoffs where there are no second chances. You lose, you have a bad day, your ass is getting kicked out of the competition. So this is why I hate when we are having a string of wins and then we all of a sudden drop a performance so unlike our other ones that it's worrying. It's worrying. What if we get to the playoffs and just we show up one day and everyone's trash? Everyone is brainless. Everyone is out there doing a cardio session and running around like donkeys. That worries me. And Toronto, they're a trash team. I'm not going to give them their flowers. They were awful. They had nothing in attack. They just sat back, defended, and got a soft penalty to win the game. That's all they did. So Toronto, I'm not giving you your flowers. With all due disrespect, you guys are garbage. You guys are garbage. And you're not even going to make the playoffs. So enjoy your 3 points and have fun watching us in the playoffs, boys. But anyway, I just want to get to, first of all, the ref. Very unhappy with the ref. I feel not just I think on both sides they'd be very unhappy with the ref. Now, I'm not crapping on her because she's a woman or anything. She had a decent game, but she got way too yellow card happy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yellow cards. And for half of these yellow cards, they weren't even yellow card challenges. So that was also pissing me off too, as well as the trash performance. But anyway, let's just talk about this starting lineup. Like, I understand we have a big game against Vancouver on Saturday, right? But in my opinion, there's no need to rest players, play an experimental lineup. Like, there's no need for that, especially in the back. Why are we playing Negri? Why is Bombino? He's 18, bro. The guy can play. The kid can play game after game after game. Why is Negri starting? And the reason why I'm pinpointing Negri starting is because this guy is the reason we conceded that penalty. Although, in my opinion, it was soft, he became clumsy in the box. 1v1 went there, 1v1 with the winger, and he gave away the penalty. Bombino probably isn't in that position, and Bombino probably does a better job in that position anyway. So why is Negri even starting? Why? I mean, if we had other left back cover, I feel like we would just part ways with him. If this week, Jasper Lofosend, we parted ways with him. He went and we terminated his contract, and he left to the Polish second division because we have Verhoeven at right back. We have Willy Kumado at right back. We have other options that are better than him at right back. If we had better options at left back, I feel like Franco Negri would just be shipped away because, man, he just doesn't really offer anything to this team. He has defensive qualities. He has experience in the MLS, but he's too old to be bombing down the field and being involved in the attack. He's too old. So, in my opinion, he didn't have to be starting. I like that Cincinnati is getting more game time. He's been great. Pilcher and McVeigh were all right, I guess, this game. Verhoeven was awful. I mean, I think the summary of our first half in this Toronto game was, one, we just went out there for 54 minutes and had a nice little cardio session. And two, our passing was, one, so atrocious and so trash, and two, so pointless. So it looked like we were just passing for the sake of passing. It looked like we were just going through the motions. We had no purpose with our passing. And Verhoeven, I'm not going to go too hard at him, guys. He's 18 years old, but I have to tell you, his passing last night was unbelievably garbage. He just looked out of it. The kid looked like he took 10 bong rips and played right after. Seriously, he was awful last night. There was one moment where him and Dreyer are doing a 1-2 on the right side of the field, and we're trying to build up an attack, and he just passes the ball out. He just passes the ball out. So I'm not sure what was up with him. It was good to see De La Torre back. I thought he was doing fine. Valakari was kind of pissing me off. He was playing it too safe at times. And, Jeppe Sverskov, Jesus, I always have a stroke trying to say his name. Sverskov, usually he's like our engine in the midfield, never makes a mistake. Even Jeppe, especially in that first half, his passing was also trash. He was being too safe at times. He wasn't being much of a presence in midfield to provide support to our fullbacks and center backs when passing out of the back. So he himself had a weird game. Like, nobody in midfield was collecting the ball effectively and finding line-breaking passes to our attackers. And when our attackers did get the ball, they were just trash. Even Dreyer, like he for me, he's the front runner for player of the season in MLS. Don't get me wrong. We have an absolute gem in Dreyer. And honestly, he's going to leave our club at some point to go back to Europe. But he was not that good. But I will say Thomas Angel and Maiten, they were straight garbage. They were straight butt cheeks, bro. Straight butt cheeks. And this is what I was saying about Maiten. Thomas Angel, fine. Like, you're barely getting back into starting positions in this team because, unfortunately, Milan Niloski played so damn well for us that Nordzela, the Danish team we were loaning him from, wanted him back. So we don't have Iloski anymore. So Thomas Angel has to probably start starting games more. I don't blame him. He's trying to get up to match speed as a starter. Maiten, I'm so sick of this guy. And again, I don't get why Chucky Lozano is not starting this game. I'm not understanding that. Chucky Lozano is 29 years old. He's not a 36-year-old geriatric unk playing around in adult diapers with a caregiver on the sidelines. He's 29 years old, still in his physical prime. Why are you resting him so much? Why is he on the bench, and why is Maiten playing? Because, bro, let me tell you, Maiten is a decent player at times when he has space. In tight areas, he's too basic. He is too vanilla. He just goes straight at his defenders with speed. He doesn't have insane skill. He's not a Dreyer who could take a guy on and change direction very quickly, left or right. He is a very vertical winger. And at times, when we're so lifeless and trash like we were in the first half against Toronto, it's so annoying to watch him just sprint at 4 guys in front of him and just lose the ball. It's genuinely so annoying. So he was trash too. And, we go to the second half, Ed. We make some subs. I thought Dua coming on, he was good. He had a pretty good game. Am I saying his right name? Yeah. Manu Dua was very good coming on. Bombino brought that extra energy that Negri wasn't bringing. Chucky came on and made a difference. Boateng came on, didn't really do anything, honestly. But yeah, Chucky, Bombino, and Manu Dua came on and made an impact. But Toronto got their goal, and they were able to just sit back, put bodies behind the ball, and defend. And, this is the key for San Diego FC. And, it's a key for many top. San Diego FC is trying to play a style of football that a lot of top European teams play, and that is possession, high press, dominate the game from all aspects. But the issue with a style like that, and I think probably a lot of SDFC fans have realized this. I realized this from day one because this was always going to be an issue. When we try to play this style, dominant possession, high press, win the ball back fast, dominate all possessions of the game, be like a perfect team, right? The issue with that is if the other team gets a goal, if the other team nicks a goal, they will gladly sit back. They won't press us. They will wait for us to attack them. They will soak up the pressure, and their lives get very easy doing that. So, with the subs we made, Chucky, Bombino, Dua coming on, they made an impact. And we 1000% should have had a penalty, by the way. There was a clear, blatant handball on Toronto. And I don't know, the VAR booth, I don't blame the on-field ref. I don't blame Alyssa Pennington, her name was. I don't blame her. I blame VAR for not seeing that clear handball and not sending her to the monitor, because I'm sure if she was sent to the monitor and saw that, she would have gave a penalty to San Diego, and we could have at least gotten a draw out of this game. Or if we scored the penalty, we could have gotten Toronto to open up more and we could have gone for the winner. But yeah, the performance was trash overall. The first half was so trash. Like the first half, I was getting pissed up there in section 323, literally starting to act like I'm the coach, talking about tactics, this and that. It's too slow. The triangles, the movement is too slow. I was getting so pissed. But listen, we have a home game, a big boy game against Vancouver this Saturday. Perfect opportunity to make another statement victory against one of the top teams in the West and get the ball rolling again and get back on track. So looking at Saturday with a lot of attention and hoping for a much improved performance. It's been your boy Hokage. I'll be there for the post-match reaction on that after I get back home from the game for sure. And I'll see you guys in the next one, San Diego fans.